It was a critical contest for the Beet Diggers last Friday night at home against the Weld Central Rebels, who entered Beet Digger Stadium undefeated in the Patriot League. Weld Central would get the football first, starting at their own 48-yard line, and on the first two plays gained 15 yards. 3 plays later, they picked up 11, but on the 6th play of the drive, Bruce Melendez intercepted a pass, and the Beet Diggers started at their own 38-yard line off that Weld Central turnover on the 2nd play of Brush's drive. It was Tanner Morrow taking off for 49 yards down the right sideline, and just 4 plays later, Connor Weiser scored from 2 yards out. Jesus Cardenas' extra point was good, and the Beet Diggers led 7-0, culminating a 6-play, 62-yard drive in 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Weld Central got the ball back at their own 28-yard line with 5:43 to go in the opening quarter, but it was 3 and out for the Rebels when the Beet Diggers took over on their own 47-yard line with 4:11 to go in the first. They gained 10 yards in the first play, picked up another first down, and then on the 5th play of the drive, it was Tanner Morrow from 26 yards out, running up the left sideline on an excellent pitch from quarterback Eric Garcia. Cardenas' extra point was good once again. Beet Diggers led 14-0. That was a 5-play, 53-yard drive in 2 minutes and 11 seconds, but Weld Central would answer with a 1-minute drive that started with this play.
Hoff is back to throw, protection over the middle. That pass is going to be complete inside the 45 to the 40, down to the 37. Bruce Melendez trips up Travis Siebers, the 6'3", 185-pound sophomore, but it's a big play and a first down, a gain of 23.
1 play later, the Rebels took the ball out of the air and kept it on the ground.
Backs it an eye. Hoff under center. 1st and 10 from the 38. Hand off to Castro. Big hole up the middle. First down as he drives inside the 30 to the 26, a gain of 12. As Shea Hansen made the initial hit for the Beet Diggers, but Weld Central with 2 big plays in a row.
2 plays thereafter, Weld Central got into the end zone.
First down, hand off to Castro right up the middle. Big hole to the 5 to the 2. He drives towards the end zone, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Edgar Castro from 13 yards away. The Rebels made it look easy, and the Beet Digger lead is down to 8 at 14-6.
The extra point was good, completing a 4-play, 61-yard drive as Weld Central trailed 14-7. Brush would get the football back at their own 41-yard line, and they were extremely productive on the very first play of the drive.
The handoff to Weiser across the right side of the 50-yard line. He's down right there as he lowered his shoulder. Picks up 9 yards in the play before Alex Nadeau made the tackle.
2 plays later, it was the opening play of the second quarter when the Beet Diggers went to the air.
And back to throw is Garcia, setting up a screen, tosses it to Weiser. He's got it to 45, straight ahead to the 50. A first down inside the 50 to the 48. That play went for 53 yards and a touchdown last week, and this week it gains 8 yards, but it keeps the sticks moving.
Brush, however, was faced with a 4th down situation.
On 4th and less than a yard, Garcia hands off to Larrick. He's got a first down. He dives to the 35 before he's upended by Edgar Castro. But that's a gain of 2, and 2 very, very important yards as this drive continues as we approach the 9-minute mark of the second.
4 plays later, the Beet Diggers needed more yardage to pick up another first down.
4th down and 14 for the Weld Central 39. Kukas, the receiver, to the left. Garcia back to throw off the play action. Looking, taking off of the football. He's down at the line of scrimmage. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and Weld Central takes over an excellent field position. The tackle was made by Gutka again, the 6', 290-pound senior.
So Weld Central would start at their own 38-yard line with 7:04 to go in the second quarter, and they generated 1 first down and then picked up another on a huge play.
On 3rd and 7, Hoff will hand it off, and that's a first down for Castro, swinging it back towards the middle, inside the 30 to around the 28. I think the Beet Diggers were expecting a pass. Instead, it's a gain of 19 and a Rebels first down.
The next 3 plays mustered just 1 yard, which meant the Rebels needed lots of yardage on this play to keep the drive going.
And Saris is going to roll to his left, coming with pressure is Mira, throwing off his back foot, incomplete. And it was Kyle Muir who created that play. That ball fell incomplete at around the 2-yard line. Saris had to throw the football, and the Beet Diggers take over.
Brush took over on their own 27 with 3:15 to go before the break, but it was 6 yards, 3 and out. Weld Central would get the football back with 2:04 to go before the break at their own 30-yard line, and immediately picked up a double-digit gainer.
1st and 10, and Saris is in a shotgun formation. Backs to his left and right, and Saris is going to hand it off on the right. Nope, he's going to keep it himself, take it off to the left side. He's got a seam to the outside of the 40-yard line, and he backs his way as he's thrown down by Brandon Rutherford and other Beet Diggers at around the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 12 and a Weld Central first down.
The Bead Digger defense stiffened, however. Brush got the football back at their own 26-yard line with 45 seconds to go and took a couple of knees and led at the break 14-7. And we take a break on Bead Digger Blastoff, and when we come back, it's the second half highlights of last Friday night's Bead Digger Weld Central Rebel game at Bead Digger Stadium right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.